What kind of relationship do you have with yourself? It's an interesting question because most of us spend a lot of time thinking about our relationship with other people. We work on being a better partner, a better parent, a better friend, or a better colleague, but we rarely stop and ask ourselves, what is my relationship with me actually like? If another person spoke to you the way you speak to yourself, criticized you every time you made a mistake, only appreciated you when you achieved something, or constantly reminded you of your flaws, would you want that person in your life? The truth is, the longest relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. Yet for many people, it's also the most neglected. My name is Renata Karlinskaite, and I'm a psychotherapist and hypnotherapist, and I help people to build healthy self-esteem, grow through confidence, and live with resilience. And if negative self-talk or self-doubt is something you struggle with, I have created a free self-esteem and confidence affirmations audio to help you start rewiring your inner dialogue. You will find the link in the description. In this video, we will explore what a healthy relationship with yourself really looks like, why so many people struggle with it, and practical ways to begin changing it. When people hear the phrase, build a better relationship with yourself, they often imagine loving themselves every moment of every day or feeling confident all the time. But that's not what a healthy relationship with yourself means. Just like any healthy relationship, it isn't based on perfection. It's based on trust, kindness, respect, understanding, and consistency. Think about someone you have a close relationship with. That relationship wasn't built in one day. It developed through thousands of conversations, moments of support, acts of kindness, and showing up for each other over time. Your relationship with yourself works in exactly the same way. It's built through thousands of everyday interactions. How you speak to yourself after making a mistake, how you respond when things don't go to plan, whether you allow yourself to rest without guilt, and whether you celebrate your progress instead of only focusing on what still needs improving. The way you treat yourself every single day teaches your brain what kind of relationship you have with yourself. And many people don't realize that they already have a relationship with themselves. We often think about self-esteem as simply liking or disliking ourselves, but it goes much deeper than that. Your relationship with yourself is reflected in your inner dialogue. How much you trust your own decisions, whether you respect your own boundaries, whether you forgive yourself after mistakes, and whether you believe your needs matter. Imagine you make a small mistake at work. Do you think everyone makes mistakes? I will learn from this. Or does your mind immediately say, I'm useless, I always get things wrong? Or perhaps someone forgets to reply to your message. Do you simply assume they are busy? Or do you immediately think they don't care about me? These automatic reactions aren't random. They often reflect the relationship you have developed with yourself over the many years. So, where does this relationship come from? None of us are born criticizing ourselves or believing we are not good enough. As children, we learn about ourselves through our experiences with the important people around us. We gradually learn whether mistakes are accepted or criticized, whether our emotions are welcomed or dismissed, whether we feel safe asking for help, and whether we believe we are worthy of love simply because we exist, or only when we achieve, behave perfectly, or meet other people's expectations. Psychologists often describe this through attachment theory and early learning experiences. The way we were repeatedly treated can become the way we learn to treat ourselves. If you were frequently criticized, you may develop a harsh inner critic. If your feelings were ignored, you may begin ignoring your own emotional needs as an adult. If love or approval felt conditional, you may spend years believing you have to earn your worth through achievement or pleasing others. This isn't about blaming parents or caregivers. Most people did the best they could with what they knew. But understanding where these patterns began can help us realize something incredibly important. If your relationship with yourself was learned, it can also be changed. There are some common signs that your relationship with yourself may need strengthening. Perhaps your inner critic is much louder than your inner encourager. Maybe you only feel good enough after achieving something, but that feeling quickly disappears and you move the goalposts even further. You might struggle to accept compliments because they don't match the way you see yourself. You may constantly compare yourself with others, ignore your own needs to avoid disappointing people, seek reassurance because you don't trust your own judgment, or forgive everyone else while remaining incredibly harsh towards yourself. If you recognize yourself in some of these examples, you are certainly not alone. These patterns are incredibly common, particularly among people who struggle with low self-esteem, but they don't have to remain this way. So, what does a healthy relationship with yourself actually look like? It doesn't mean you never doubt yourself. It doesn't mean you are confident every day or always feel positive. A healthy relationship with yourself means that even when life is difficult, you remain on your own side. You speak to yourself with respect rather than contempt. You accept that making mistakes is part of being human instead of seeing them as proof that you are not good enough. You trust yourself a little more, set healthier boundaries, allow yourself to rest when needed, and recognize that your worth doesn't disappear because you have had a difficult day. In many ways, a healthy relationship with yourself is about becoming someone you feel emotionally safe with. So, how can you begin building that relationship? The first step is simply becoming aware of your inner dialogue. Most self-critical thoughts happen so automatically that we don't even notice them. Throughout the day, gently ask yourself, what am I saying to myself right now? You don't need to judge those thoughts. Just notice them. Awareness is always the first step towards change because you can't change something you are completely unaware of. Secondly, start keeping small promises to yourself. Many people think confidence comes before action, but often confidence grows because of action. Every time you follow through on something you said you would do, whether it's going for a 10-minute walk, drinking enough water, spending 10 minutes reading, or taking 5 minutes to practice relaxation, you strengthen self-trust. Your brain begins collecting evidence that you are someone who can rely on yourself. Thirdly, practice self-compassion instead of self-criticism. Self-compassion doesn't mean making excuses or avoiding responsibility. It simply means responding to yourself with the same understanding you would naturally offer someone you care about. If your friend made a mistake, you probably wouldn't tell them they are hopeless or failure. You would encourage them, remind them that everyone makes mistakes, and help them move forward. You deserve that same kindness too. Another important step is learning to set healthier boundaries. Every time you constantly ignore your own needs to keep everyone else happy, you unintentionally reinforce the belief that your needs don't matter. Healthy boundaries aren't selfish. They are a way of showing your self-respect. They communicate to your own mind that your well-being is valuable too. Finally, become someone you can rely on. Ask yourself this simple question. If I were my own best friend, would I trust me? Trust isn't built through one big decision. It's built through consistency. It's built by showing up for yourself, especially on the difficult days. Every small act of self-care, every compassionate thought, every healthy boundary, and every promise you keep strengthens the relationship you are building with yourself. If you would like support with shifting negative self-talk and building healthier self-esteem, you can download my free self-esteem and confidence affirmations audio below. And if you feel ready for deeper subconscious work, I have also created a step-by-step course with hypnosis designed to help you overcome low self-esteem and build confidence at both the conscious and subconscious level. You will find both links in the description. I would like to leave you with one final thought. Building a healthier relationship with yourself isn't something that happens overnight. It's not created by one motivational quote, one positive affirmation, or one successful day. It's created through the small choices you make every single day. The way you speak to yourself after making a mistake, the compassion you offer yourself when life feels difficult, the boundaries you set, the promises you keep, the respect you gradually learn to show yourself. If you have spent years being your own harshest critic, it may feel unfamiliar to treat yourself differently at first. But unfamiliar doesn't mean wrong. Just as your mind learned one way of relating to yourself, it can gradually learn another. Over time, you can become someone who feels safe, supportive, and encouraging to be with. Because ultimately, the healthiest relationship you will ever build isn't with another person, it's the one you will live with every single day for the rest of your life. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel. I share weekly videos to help you build healthier self-esteem, develop true confidence, and improve your emotional well-being using evidence-based psychology and therapeutic approaches. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.